man. Hello, people of Africa. Welcome again. Welcome to Fact About Africa. This is another day and a beautiful day. Today, we are here to share with you something which is so great and so beautiful for all Pan-Africanism. All Pan-Africanists, you are most welcome to watch, to follow, to listen about yesterday conference. What does the new president of Botswana, Duma Boko, do on the stage, at the stage there? What about the African Union? Also, he said that the African Union is so good for the solution of African people. We're talking for the long time about African to unite in order to solve, to get solution, to get the proposal of our problems and solutions for our problem as we African. But the problem is we African, we forget about it, and we still lamenting on why people are not come together, and every new and every politician who are trying to unite Africa are being lose his power, are being fallen down solo ourselves. And if you listen to this speech, how Duma Boko dominates the stage, how influence, how to realign our African continent to get powerful, how we talking about agribusiness, many things which is so supportive and so easy to do as we African. When we come together, when we start unite every African state to come together and to do something which is so great for our generation. So as myself as Pan-Africanist, I'm enjoy to listen this speech. So I want you to listen to him. Just listen, you will get something great, and I will be back. So listen to the speech.
As a continent and the world, the responses that we've fashioned in the past, and an open acknowledgement of our foibles and failures that have resulted in us being stuck as a continent in situations where our people are subjected to the grinding indecencies of poverty, and where the actions of government have operated to snuff out any democratic energies and impulses amongst the people. I hope at the end of this conference you'll have reignited the passion. You would have fueled, augmented, and deepened democracy at the very least. But that you'll also have inspired us to more action geared at lifting our people from poverty and raising our continent to take its rightful place as a leader in the world, and not just an emerging frontier. The theme of your conference, Securing Africa's Economic Future Amidst Rising Uncertainty, could not be more relevant. We appreciate, and we need constantly to remind ourselves of the unpredictability of the global landscape, and that Africa stands at a crossroads to closely address the obstacles affecting the livelihoods of our citizens. The importance of your theme lies in its focus on Africa's urgent need to leverage on its collective strengths in order to secure a prosperous economic future for its citizens. I must commend the African Development Bank, the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, and the United Nations Development Program for coming up with this more than apt and befitting theme. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the global economic environment remains volatile with rising inflation, supply chain disruptions, tightening monetary policies across developed economies, and these impact our own fiscal stability. The threat of climate change always looms large on the horizon, threatening our agricultural productivity and livelihoods. In addition, geopolitical tensions, Africa's challenges rooted in internal conflicts, regional disputes, and global power struggles also present challenges. These present challenges to Africa's economic development. Navigating these challenges during these uncertain times requires a multifaceted approach that addresses human development, geopolitical, economic, environmental, and other challenges in a holistic manner. Notwithstanding all these, there is hope yet. Amidst this rising uncertainty, Africa still has unique prospects which, if harnessed effectively, can transform challenges into opportunities for the continent, not only to survive, but also, and more importantly, to thrive. Our Africa is still rich in natural resources, and it is critical that we develop and strengthen value chain systems for value addition to Africa's vast natural resources and to prioritize the use of these in Africa. Not only will this diversify the African economies enormously, but it will also create more jobs in our countries. There is great potential within the agricultural sector in most African countries, where innovation is key to increased production and food security. We must work together to create efficient, productive, and effective agricultural systems and agribusinesses in Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we as Africa are blessed with a young, vibrant, restless population, which in and of itself is a tremendous asset. And it is a tremendous asset if we invest in it and invest wisely. Our young people are the innovators, entrepreneurs, and leaders, not of tomorrow, but of the now, who must drive our economic growth and create inclusive, resilient societies where no one will be left behind. We must therefore prioritize investments in their education and equip them with the necessary skills for them to be able to drive innovation and build a workforce capable of thriving in the digital economy. We live at a time when multilateral cooperation and integration of economies into regional trading blocs is more urgent than ever before. One of the most promising developments the world has ever seen is the African Continental Free Trade Area, AfTA, which is the largest single free trade area in the world. The African Continental Free Trade Area holds significant prospects for transforming Africa's economic landscape, to foster investment, create jobs, and promote industrialization. It is critical for us, therefore, to capitalize on the African Continental Free Trade Area and leverage its potential to enhance intra-Africa trade and position the continent as a global economic powerhouse. Beyond trade, regional cooperation must extend to, among others, shared physical infrastructure, resource management and conflict resolution. Ending armed conflicts which hinder development by silencing the guns in Africa cannot be overemphasized. This will create a stronger and more integrated Africa, an Africa which is better equipped to navigate the global trade dynamics and challenges. The ongoing conflicts and wars in Africa must stop, and they continue to cause immeasurable human suffering, displacement, and leave lasting scars and bruises on people, communities, societies, countries. And we would be our own worst enemies if we do not step up, call each other out where we have to as leaders, and this has been one of the problems. That when we are supposed to address issues, often we marshal figures and statistics that flatter only to deceive. So we must rise above this self-adulation, deal with the painful realities that some of our actions.
Okay, people of Africa, welcome again. So I hope you get something. You know how is so perfect, how is so bright a future for African, and we congratulate people from Botswana for what they choose, for what they decide, for their decision to give us another good people here in Africa who support African Union, who support African to unite as we African in order to make African great again, to make our continent very easy, and to make our continent good for many things. And for myself, I get something, and I wish you other people to listen to him in a positive way, in a positive manner, and to understand how to take a step, how to formulate our strategies as we African in order to unite and to raise our continent from downfall to up, and to develop the world in general, and to liberate all members of Africa, all African in general, all black people who are suffer, who are needy, who are need the union to develop, to shift from other place to another place. So enjoy the video. Thank you for joining me. Fact about Africa. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video for more updates, for more insights about continent, about politics, and everything concerning our mother continent. Thank you.